609 Main Street, downtown Houston, Texas. And this is the building here. It's a kind of a unique building in that it has a 48th floor, but it has unique architecture up top. And it also has a lower segment with a rooftop garden. And it's in the Houston skyline. It's kind of a famous outline, easily recognizable. And what you're seeing in this video here is there's two people on top of the roof, and they're, filming themselves. They're sliding down, inclines. Very, very dangerous behavior. And, this has a couple issues to it. It's basically criminal trespass, right? Which is under the Texas Penal Code. And entering or remaining on property, including a building's roof, without the consent of the owner, and notice, that these guys are filming, right? So this is about for social media. So this is completely, the owner would not have given consent. And so it is a crime. In a commercial high rise like this, it's probably a class B misdemeanor, which, I mean, look, you hear misdemeanor and you think it's okay, but that can be 180 days in jail and up to a $2,000 fine. But it's also the act of climbing and sliding around on this 48-story building. It creates a clear risk of falling or actually causing debris or injury below. And so that can also be a deadly conduct statute, which is 2205, for recklessly engaging in conduct that places another in imminent danger or seriously bodily injury. And so that becomes a class A misdemeanor. Now, whether that would apply or not would depend. But there could also be, they could have, jammed a door open using tools. They could have bypassed locked, secured areas. There could be, criminal mischief stuff. But, roof access is usually just charged as a trespass. And I don't think they arrested these guys. I don't think they got them. I think by the time someone noticed it, they were gone. So 609 Main has multiple layers of access. Starts at the lobby. Just getting on the elevators is a restricted access. You can't just walk up and hit a button. This isn't 1985 when you could just walk into an elevator and jump on it. You have to, there's generally two key cards. There's one key card to get lobby access. There's like a there's like a public part of the lobby where you can approach the desk and, tell someone you're there. And then there's a secure part of the lobby, but then the elevators are secure. So like you can't just go to any random floor. You have to have an access card that takes you to that floor. So generally you have two access cards just to be able to get on the elevator. So they probably found an unsecured door, like a mechanical room or a stairwell door. They might have tailgated somebody that had legitimate access. Although most people are now pretty much, there's a lot of training and a lot of information about not allowing tailgating. Um, they could have climbed, maybe if there was, some sort of maintenance going on or something, but there was no video of them climbing the exterior, so they probably went through interior. And as you can see, the top of the building has this angular glass crown, so it's visually dramatic. And the sliding, I mean, man, what if they didn't stop, you know? And so what do you do about this? Like, as a building, they've got all these levels of security, but obviously it failed. And I think right now, one thing that needs to happen is these social media platforms, whether it's, you know, whichever one these guys are making content for, like they should not allow this content. Like, there's so many things that you can get in trouble for if you're politically incorrect or whatever. I think they need to make stuff like this, where you can't post it, because obviously, they're trying to get views, but it's also very, very, very dangerous. And it also, you start to wonder, like, why are they doing that? Well, they're doing it for views. Why does this get views? Because the algorithms reward extreme high arousal content, like something that's thrilling. It's the algorithm rewards it, and these companies, it's not like they can just come in and hit a couple buttons and change the algorithm. The algorithm is something that is evolves over time and is complicated, and you can't always make quick adjustments to it. However, I think they need some guardrails because these high risk outdoor stunts, if they keep allowing them, it's kind of like I guess you call it the Jackass effect, right? When Jackass first come on in 2000, and they were, people were submitting videos and they were getting more and more extreme to try to get the attention of the producers, and they had to say, we will not look at your videos anymore. It was the only way they could get that part to shut down. But I think right now, like, these guys are obviously doing this for social media, and very dangerous. I'm glad nothing happened. Nothing, there's no reports of anything. I think they got away with it. But wherever they're uploading this footage, I think they're the gatekeepers